Yesterday I published a video about the latent power talent that is part of the skill talent tree. We saw that the functioning is not as immediate as it may seem, and some commanders like Guan Yu here will not benefit from it. We have today an official response from the Taiwanese customer service that has been proven in time to be extremely reliable in concern to technical matters of the game. I will also clarify some questions that you have asked me in the comments, like why do we speak about latent power for Ramses, for example, if it does not possess the skill tree? Or even how can we better recognize which skill will be affected by this talent and which not, especially if you don't play the Chinese version of the game and in general, in case the description of the skill is not clear. Just watch the previous video, card up on the top, or just stay here because we will recap everything for you. But before, don't forget to subscribe. It's free and it really helps me out. Enjoy the video. Hello there, it's Weak Gaming here, and this is a follow-up video for the additional damage issue that we presented a couple days ago. We have some more important info that you can find extremely useful, especially when it comes to building your own talent trees, and also we have some clarifications. So I remind that we will be talking about the DOT concept, which stands for damage over time, so a damage that is repeated and happens during a span of multiple turns, more than 2 usually. Sometimes it happens that the translations of the skill description can be a bit misleading. I'm sure that Lilith will try to improve on this. I've already contacted them telling what we would like to see improved about this aspect. So, no matter if it's written just damage or extra damage or additional damage or damage over time, which is what we are talking about, there is one and only one important criteria that will tell you if the skill of that specific commander is affected or not by the latent power talent. According to Lilith's explanation, if a commander deals X damage in the next X seconds, for example 1000 damage in the next 2 seconds, it will be enhanced by latent power, regardless if it's extra damage or direct damage, etc. I've also confirmed for you all the list of all the legendary and epic commanders that will benefit from this talent. We have Cyrus with both his 3rd and 4th skill, Zenobia, Artemisia, which was not listed before, Ramses, Frederick I, Minamoto, Kusunoki, Kira, Pelagius, and Diao Chan. As you can see, some of the commanders do not have the word additional in the skill description. For example, in the case of Diao Chan, the description says, and I quote, "For the next 4 seconds, attacks have a 100% chance to deal direct damage to the target, with a damage factor of 400. So the concept of DOT, damage over time, is very important in order to have the right understanding of which talents to pick and which not. So yesterday I said that Artemisia was not affected by the talent, but actually she is. And that's why I said in the previous video that I was surprised, so we went to the bottom of this matter and confirmed with Lilith that it's just a description discrepancy between the Chinese and the English version. Now, in the light of what we said, which are the commanders that are not affected? Nebuchadnezzar, Mehmed II, and also Guan Yu, El Cid, Hannibal Barca, Alexander the Great, Seondeok, Sun Tzu, and Osman. In regard to Sun Tzu and Osman, I want to underline the fact that they deal extra damage on the next turn, and next turn is also a time indication, but it's not a damage that repeats itself. That's why I'm saying that it should be a minimum of 2 turns of the same damage repeating for it to be affected by the talent in question. I know, it's a bit tricky, but just follow this table that I've designed and updated for you that you will also find to download for free on my Discord, together with other useful media. And I will also take care to update this table in the future to eventually include all the other commanders that will or will not be affected by latent power. Hopefully though, the descriptions of the skills will be improved soon by Lilith and it will not be necessary anymore. Now, another question that you presented to me was, Wick, why in the world are you speaking about latent power being or not being influential on Artemisia if she does not have the skill tree? I mean, she has the defense tree, so she cannot select the latent power whatsoever. Well, the answer is easy. As you probably know, the talents affect both the primary and the secondary commander. So, in case you have Artemisia as primary, you don't need to take account for the talent. You don't need to take care about it whatsoever. But let's assume you have Artemisia as second commander to Nebuchadnezzar, or maybe you have Ramses as second commander to YSG or Nebu, or even Diao Chan as secondary to a commander who has the skill tree. And in this case, those commanders will still be influenced by the talents of the primary commander, so it's very important for you to pair your commanders in the best way possible and select your talents accordingly. If you need some talent trees, I remember that we opened a section on our Discord, link in the description down below, where you can download pretty much every talent tree for all the legendary commanders, and the epics will come soon as well. Anyway, as I wanted to go to the bottom of this, we presented another question to Lilith, which was, are the commanders who increase the damage over time affected in any way by the latent power talent or not? Let's assume you use Mulan, for example. Her fourth skill increases the damage received by her target by up to 20% for 3 seconds. Leonidas is another example. While on the map, each attack by his troops has a 25% chance to grant troops led by the commander up to 10% increased damage for 5 seconds. So both Mulan and Leonidas have this feature to increase the damage over time. They don't deal damage over time, but they increase the damage over time. After asking Lilith for clarifications on the topic, they replied that just the damage over time is affected by the talent. And I think that this is pretty much it. We have received all the answers we needed. I hope this video was helpful. If yes, please remember to subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind later. As always, I will see you on the next video. Ciao!